I started on this, I think Friday. Yeah, I tore it apart Friday, and then I did a little bit of work on it Saturday. I could have went a lot further on it Saturday, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I went and did a PTO clutch pack on a TG 275 that morning and worked on a swather. And then I came in here and I pulled the in. I had the transmission out in the rear structure off. Here I had it off Friday, but then I went ahead because the pilot bearing had seized up on it, and I said get an input shaft kit so we can get a new input shaft in it. What happens is when them pilot bearings seize up like that and they're not turning anymore, they wear this end of the pilot down on the input shaft, and it's a really good idea to change your input shaft, because what'll happen, even if you put a new pilot bearing in there and you use your old input shaft, the OD on this part of the shaft is too small because it's worn it down, and then it'll sit there and chatter and make noise. So we got an input shaft kit. The rear structure was leaking really bad on it, and that wasn't the primary reason that he brought it in. The primary reason, he said something was making noise. Well, his throw-up bearing was out, and well, the pilot bearing and the throw-up bearing. The throw-up bearing was the major concern, because I mean, shit, half the bearings were gone out of the ball bearings were gone. They hadn't been greasing it. Anyway, rear structure was leaking, and then once I pulled the rear structure off, the motor mounts fell out on the ground, which, if you know these Peterbilts, that ain't right. And that's the reason his rear structure is leaking, is because his motor mounts are bad. So what happens when your motor mounts go bad and there's no cushion there anymore on this, then this rear structure is taking all the beating, and it'll just beat the gaskets right out of them, and they'll just leak. So, okay, I got the input shaft out. We're going to put the new one in. Clean some of the grease off the pocket knife here. Okay. Yeah, that one looks better than that other one does, I'll tell you that. Quite a bit better. Yeah, that other one's worn down pretty bad. Okay, now there's a couple. We want this bearing. Their bearing, there's some cross shaft bushings, which we'll get to in a minute. My wife talked me into going to the county fair, which I cannot stand, going to that fair over there. All I could say is, if you want to see what direction your country's heading in, go to your local county fair and look at the people there. It's like, holy shit, where in the hell did these clowns come from? And it's been that way for years. It ain't like it's a recent development. There should be a gasket in here too for that. Let's go ahead and get the bearing first, and the snap rings, and the input shaft. And let's get an air hammer. That's how this old boy's going to put it in. Okay, let me pack this stuff over there, and I'll be back and grab you. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get a little bit of oil and put inside this bearing just to kind of pre-lube it. And I really thought that I had some. Let me go find some Lucas or something to put in this. Alright, let's put some oil in this. Alright. Now let me put the lid back on the oil here. Okay, I didn't roll the transmission clear out because it was a pain in the ass. I'll just do it right under here. Okay, so I grabbed that, and there's the two new snap rings right there. Aww. Okay, let's see here. Where can we put the damn camera at? Okay. So input shaft and snap ring. Okay, don't forget your spacer washer, which I hung down there. Snap ring to pop in there. Oh, come on. I need a bigger screwdriver, maybe. Okay, she popped into her groove. That's your spacer. It'll go in there up against that snap ring. Right in there like so. This is the old snap ring. We don't need it, no how. And then you can put your bearing in. Okay. Take the old wire hammer. Just give her a little vibration while you hold the shaft. Kind of get it centered a little bit there. Looking pretty good. China, everything. Everything's China. I should have kept holding it, but I didn't think about it. Should be it. Okay. Remember what I did with that snap ring. Snap ring pliers. These suckers are pretty stiff. Having a hell of a time here. I wonder if I went like this. Would that be better? Not really. And then you start squeezing on it, and then it distorts itself, and I mean, son of a bitch. One side starting to finally go on, I think. The other edge worked on. Holy shit. Let's see here. How about we go like this right here? There it is. Okay. Pain in the ass. So now we gotta get a gasket. Gasket right here. And the new bearing retainer. Lay all my tools over here so I can climb out of here. Okay. Oh, come on, camera. Now you want to make sure that your gasket is lined up like so, because there's an oil feed hole. So, oil feed on this, you'll see the little notch in it right there. So, take a couple of these 3/8 bolts here. Kind of see a little bit of gasket material on there that didn't quite get cleaned off. Should be like that, which that's not really making any sense. That's not lining up the way it should. It's lining up like this. That's the way that it seems to be lining up. So if I go down here like that, okay, that's making sense now. Okay, so okay. Let's see, what do we got here? I think so. I think it's going to be like this. Maybe. Forgot I had oil puking out of here, so I had to take these. Probably gonna have to put some oil in this transmission when we're done. That's not right. What am I doing here? What am I doing? What am I doing? What the fuck do we got going on here? What the hell is going on here? Okay, it's going. Man, am I losing my mind here? Or what's going on? Put a bolt back in that hole till we get the bell housing on it. Gonna have to add some oil to the transmission when we're done. We've lost a little bit. Okay. So before we put that bell housing on there, let's get the camera to act right again. Okay, so gonna be Johnny on the spot here. Trying to get my leg out of the way here. Oh yeah, might want to put the halo tube back in it. Yeah, dipshit. That may not work out very good if you don't put that in there. Let me line that up there. Yeah, these things can be a joy sometimes, trying to get them to get started in there. You don't want to start half the time. You get a little bit tweaked. There we go. Finally getting somewhere now. Okay. Just kind of. This one bolt's gonna puke oil as soon as I pull it out of there. All right. No fun. Grunting and groaning. All right. I gotta get the torque wrench out and torque all this shit down. The long ones go here. Okay, and then you're gonna have a bunch of damn washers on these studs. One more big washer. Looking for that. Come on. Any day now. Any day you can start cooperating. Okay. Should be another long one here. Well, that one. Be another 5/8 nut here somewhere. There it is. I put new cross shaft bushings in it too. It looks to be all of those. All right. Okay, 15/16. I'm missing a nut, huh? And where in the hell's it at? I'm missing one nut. Well, let me go on the hunt for that. One of the 5/8 nuts down here in the corner's gone. Interesting. Hopefully it doesn't drive the bushing out with it. I'm trying to avoid. Okay, you got the set deal here. Would it be easier to go in this way or the other way? Probably the other way. Kind of appears. I don't know. I don't know what the right decision here is. And ain't going in that way either. Okay. Well, I gotta get the clutch fork anyway and find this other nut, wherever the hell it went. Okay, so those don't usually do that right there. They don't just slide out of there like that. It's usually an indication they're completely worn out. And as you'll see, there's rubber that's here, and the rubber, it's down to metal right here. There's no rubber here anymore. It's gone. There's supposed to be rubber in between that. And you'll see here, I mean, they're just absolute junk. So here's the new ones. Here's what a new one looks like. See, you pick that up, the whole thing, it's kind of pressed into that rubber. You'll see the rubber around here, the rubber clear around here on this side too. So yeah, you gotta have, without a good set of mounts in there, you're gonna be in trouble again with that thing beating on that rear structure. So if you don't change these motor mounts, more than likely you're either gonna crack your rear structure eventually, or it'll just start leaking again on you. Because it can't take all that hammering. The mounts are supposed to be doing the taking up the hammering. Okay. This is a real long one right here. Nope, that ain't it. What am I doing? That ain't it. It's this one up here, ain't it? Okay, that's right. I don't believe. What the hell is going on here? Oh shit, there's multiple holes in that guy. Hey, dumbass. That wasn't too sharp, was it? Trying to remember if this one here. Yeah, that one goes there. I'm having trouble with this one. Damn hose is right in the way. Why aren't you going in there? What is your problem? What is your problem? These are all short ones over here. I think I got one out on the tire. That'll make a night and day difference on this thing when he goes to driving it. He'll be thinking it's a new truck. Get some good motor mounts in there and makes a hell of a difference. Okay, find the other bolt. What the hell did I do with that? Huh. I'm a little confused. Oh, there it is. I said some bit should be in there. Alright. Okay. See if we can get these zipped up, and then we'll do the other side, and then we can put the rear structure back in it. That'd be nice. Huh. Got to be a deep well so I can reach in there. Can't reach it. Can I do these from the outside? Would that be better? I can't really get on that one very well. No, not really. I got that one. Alright. I can do the other one from out here. And then change the other one out. Okay, let's see. Gosh dang it. Nicer if I had a socket on this side to hold it. You dirty son of a bitch, you. Get your ass on there and stay on there, you prick. Well, I'm out of socket. I need a deep welt socket. Peterbilt couldn't even get the mounts for this thing. They had one on the East Coast and one somewhere up in Montana or some damn thing. Enter in third world country shithole status. Alright. I'll change the other side now. Okay guys, so the plastic piece for the seal installer, mine's already so stuck on there from the last one I did on my actual installer. I got the rear structure on it, torqued down. Motor mounts are all in, torqued down. We're gonna put this rear seal in now. Had a friend of mine from Sacramento stop in here, Greg. He owns the 4450 John Deere we did the power shift on. Good guy, really good guy. I've known that guy for my whole life. Kind of grew up around that bunch, you know. Just good people. Okay, so we go like that right there and get it started on that there crankshaft. So, should I attempt to do it this way? We'll see if I'm talented enough to, I don't know, do I got enough thread sticking through? I think I do. Yeah. Oh, Greg tells you some pretty crazy stories about, you know, they used to have the largest bell bondsman business in the state of California. It's called Central Valley Bell Bonds, and he used to always tell me stories about these guys that jump bell and having to go chase them, and it's pretty interesting some of the deals they get into, though. There should be plenty of thread on there to get us by. Okay. I didn't even really ask him how the business was doing, because I think California got rid of Bell. Everything this place does is just stupid. Surprised they ain't got that Governor Gavin Newsom running for president. He's crooked and a big enough liar. He'd make a pretty good president. What's that old saying? Show me a rich politician and I'll show you a thief. I'll show you a crook. It's like that Obama. He was worth like 1.2 million when he went into office. And he was worth like 143 million when he got out of office. You know, there's something wrong here. How can you be worth 143 million when you're getting a $400,000 a year salary? You know? And I'll tell you something that I learned. I learned it quite a while ago, and I know I'll probably get in trouble for it, for saying it, but there's certain things you're not allowed to say. And one of these is one of the things, but I'm going to say it anyway. You realize, you guys need to look up and see how many dual citizens are in Congress and in the Senate. How many dual citizens of other countries, particularly Israel. Wait for Mr. Train horn-blowing bastard to get by before we keep talking here. But, I don't give a shit what you think about Israel, but I don't care. If you're a member of Congress or the Senate, you should not be having any citizenship other than the United States. To me, if you're a dual citizen of another country, and that tells me that your allegiance is to the other country, not here. That being said, to me, it's almost a form of espionage. And they used to hang people for that shit. It's called being a spy for a foreign government. No, but nobody says anything about that shit anymore. Let's see where the hell we're at here. Now let's see how this looks, huh? Look at that. Looks pretty damn good. That's what they look like when they're right. You gotta put this spacer. That spacer goes on your tool right there. And that spaces that out just right to where it goes in flush. Just like it's supposed to go. Okay guys, well I didn't show the rest of it. Basically just all I had. I got the transmission in it yesterday and just came back today and got everything buttoned up. The only issue that I've got is the one of those spaghetti lines up there, the supply to the slave valve on the transmission is leaking like a sieve, and I don't have another it'd be 1/8 inch male pipe to 5/32 spaghetti line elbow. I don't have one. I have to go, I've got all kinds of 1/8 inch ones, but I don't have a 5/32 one, which is actually more common than the 1/8 inch ones. But anyway, I gotta call him and see what he wants to do about that. I'm sure I'm out of air because it's leaked like a son of a gun there. And yeah, I'll have to get a hold of Fleet Pride and pretty much don't use Kenworth anymore up there in town. I kind of got, yeah, I don't know what happened. I bought they call it a good all battery booster jumper deal that they talked me into getting when I was in there one day, and all this thing, man, it's great. Anyway, yeah, it worked really good one time. I jumped a 6-liter Power Stroke that I was trying to get a crank no start on, and it worked one time, and every time after that, charge it up, it'd say 100% charge, and as soon as you went to crank on it, it just shut off. And so this has been going on for months, probably 3-4 months now, that I've been begging them and asking them, and this outside sales guy, trying to get him to make it right. And oh yeah, we're gonna get you taken care of, we're gonna get you taken care of. And then I bought when I changed my engine out on my service truck, the little piece that goes down in the block that the dipstick plastic tube presses onto, well, I screwed both of them up. I screwed both of them up in both engines. So I ordered one through them. I paid for it. They charged me for it. Well, he's had it in his pickup for 3 or 4 months now, and I'm still checking my oil. But I've got a little rubber plug in there, plug in the hole, and I pull it out and put the dipstick in there. You know, and he won't come by and give me my part. So I ordered another one online. It should be here today. And you know, but they won't. I know what they're doing. They're intentionally stalling on that battery booster so they don't have to warranty it. So I'm gonna get stuck with the $700 deal. And I told my wife, I said, just take the whole son of a bitch back to them and tell them to shove it up their ass. They've done made an enemy out of me now. I'm done with them. I'm not gonna buy anything there ever again. So that's the way you're gonna treat me. And the thousands and thousands of dollars of parts that I buy in there, it's like, I don't understand these guys, why they would shoot themselves in the foot like that. But they shot themselves in the foot with me. I'll just buy all my Cummins parts through Reading Freightliner or something down there. The hell with them. Trying to get this thing to build air. Wonder why when I went to start it, it kind of didn't really want to start. Don't really know why I did that. Get her to build air. We'll see how it releases and applies. The damn fan to shut off. I had to run it once already, but it leaked only 360,000 miles on it, huh? Man. Goes right into gear. Yeah, that stupid fitting. That stupid fitting is leaking on top of that transmission. That's no good. How's our rear structure looking here? Well, I don't see any oil puking out of there. It was just this side over here, oil was just puking out of it before. That looks good. The only problem I've got is that stupid air leak. Call him to see if, you know, I know he's down, he wants to get going. I'll call him and see if he wants to fix that when he gets home with it, or I'd like to fix it because it wasn't leaking when it came in. But I know he's down, and every day he's missing, you know, he's not making $1,500, $2,000 every day he's down. So I'll pull it out of here for right now. Other than that, it's pretty well done. But anyway, yeah, I know I'm bitching, I'm going on another rant, but I mean, wouldn't you think that if you guys bought a $700 battery booster, that they would go out of their way if it only worked one time to make it right with you after, especially when you're a customer that spends thousands upon thousands of dollars in there buying parts from them, and then that's the way they're going to treat you. Whatever, man. It just don't seem right to me. Anyway, it's just the way of the world now. It really is. It's just the way everybody is anymore.